The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First carry for James Conner, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. Now he's going to throw deep back over. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Manning going to throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now a toss going left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Got to second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans in the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right, and to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there? So they bookended their season with controversies. In the middle, did not play up to their standards. I still thought they were going to win the AFC North. Turned out Baltimore nosed them out. They've got to do some retooling in the offseason.
Now Roethlisberger. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. Giants set to get the football back, and they're coming off a 5-11 season. Now, look, that's an improvement from 2017, but still it's 8-24 the last 2 years. So, okay, you talked about earlier their need to get big guys up front to protect the quarterback. You got the number 6 overall pick in this next year's draft. Where are you going?
You would think that if you could get someone like a Quentin Nelson who went to the Colts last year, you would want to do that. But there's also a chance they can get their future quarterback with the number 6 pick. So you might have to go in that direction and then come back and get the big guys later in the draft. Sitting in that number 6 spot, they will have a good chance at getting one of the top quarterbacks in this year's draft.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Manning being chased out left. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A Giant first down. Manning to an open Beckham.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He's going to get it running right. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Now he's got it. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, 2 teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Michael Thomas. Well, it's not every day you see a defense pick the ball off and already have 6 points without moving.
And on that play, no distance to run. Similar play, although it didn't happen right in the end zone, but you remember that Washington-Los Angeles Super Bowl? Where Joe Theismann tried to throw the screen
What was the
pass.
number?
I can't remember the number, but he tried to throw the screen pass, and Jack Squire got it with no one around and just waltzed in and pretty much broke their backs. That's a similar play, although this one didn't have to run at all.
Here we go. Stats guy Johnny on the spot. Super Bowl 18, 38-9. It was in Tampa. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start with a give to Connor. This will go for 5 up to the 33. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down to Barkley on the check down. Boom! Still fighting through tackles. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to cook up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Giants add on to their lead. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A very solid gain of 27.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't know.
And Big Ben Intercepted a third time. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. To the line now is Eli, as his guys will go for 2. On play action, it's Manning. And he whips that one incomplete there. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The drive will start with Connor across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown, 54 yards. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Connor. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Roethlisberger. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Manning now on 1st down. Looking for Shepard deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Manning. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now Manning. And this is incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, you got 3. All right, next time.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a play fake. Manning looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spinning past him. Oh, he shifts past him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him?
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 52 yards. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. Throwing now is Manning. Dancing to his left. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot.
No.
Okay.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Single.
Ben to throw again. Flushed out right. And he finds McDonald. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Here's Roethlisberger, forced out to his left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. On the move to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one.
Let's go now.
How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it an onside kick.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On play action. Now Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 20, 10, and he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. Manning to Beckham. A big play there, and even 50 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Manning. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Throwing is Manning. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. So now Eli and the Giants will line up and go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Roethlisberger now right at the 300-yard mark with still a quarter plus to go. It's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful.